All right, folks, welcome back to the ADL Season 2, Week number 4. Last game, last series of the night between CNB Esports Club, the powerhouse of Brazil, and North American Rejects, who are on an absolute tear right now, looking to go into the TI4 qualifiers with a very strong showing here in the ADL, as well as other tournaments on top of that. But once again, it's the last game, guys. Thanks for sticking around here. It's a bit late, obviously, but a lot of great American action, as always. Once again, my name is Bob. With me tonight is the great Kyle guy. How you doing, man?
Doing great, as always. Definitely want to give a quick shout out to the people who have been hanging out with us in the chat, waiting through all the delays and coming back night after night to enjoy some good old NA Dota over here in the ADL, American Dota League. It's going to be a lot of fun. $3.99 get you that ticket and that sweet HUD. Got to do a quick sellout moment just to get it out of the way, right, Mott?
Yeah, got to get that esports money, that dirty esports money going the way of the ADL guys. But seriously, no, the ticket definitely worth it, obviously. In-game, just for that alone, is usually worth it. And this is a really strong showing from pretty much, I think, every amateur North American team or South American team out there. So you'll want to get in that in-game action and obviously have the opportunity to get the HUD as well, which is really nice. And $3.99 will get you that. Very nice HUD. So we are going to jump into the draft here. The picks and bans already going underway. NAR, they're going to ban out the Bat Rider this time around. They don't really want to have to deal with it. They will have first pick. So now CNB have to think very cautiously about what they want to go for, and it's the Lycan. There's no surprise there. The hero's just too good. NAR, we've seen Dazzle and Disruptor picked up every single time in the games they've played tonight, so we'll see if they continue that trend and go for a Dazzle first here, or even a Disruptor first. I'm not sure. They've got a lot of options, however.
They do have also the option to pick up the Invoker if they wanted it, but clearly they do pride themselves on that 1437 Dazzle. He definitely has been doing a lot of work. I've seen him save a lot, but they're definitely really holding in high priority. And wow, very intriguing 1-2 punch coming out from CNB. A Treant Protector, which I can understand. Not really touched since latest past. We can see what he could do in the great hands of someone like PPD or Goblak or what have you. This guy can put in some serious work, don't get me wrong, but a Shadow Fiend as a second grab? I mean, you're giving away a lot of information with that one.
Yeah, and then now the Sand King coming out, so it looks like Fogged. He'll try his hands at the Sand King this time around, and I'm just going to throw out a guess here, but I feel like Quark probably still will go for that DK, unless it gets banned out by CNB, which very well could happen. Okay, I guess it's not going to be the DK. It looks like it did get banned out, as I kind of just threw that out there casually. And the Shadow Fiend now, he's one of those heroes that if he gets the farm can certainly take control of a game, and not only through his raises and Requiem, but his right click as well. All alliteration aside, but CNB now, King Red had such a rough time in that last game that I'm surprised they go for a hero that's more of a farming hero than the Alchemist is, especially considering how low his base damage is early on. I certainly don't think it's a bad pick, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And I still think we're playing here on US East, but I might be wrong. But CNB, interesting picks coming out from them.
Yeah, really interesting. Throwback even to the Venomancer as what looks like a potential support pickup there. So that's pretty interesting. North American Rejects with the own ban Disruptor and now grabbing up the Mantis King, Sand King, I would hope, or I would imagine, absolutely without a doubt, this would be Fogged on the Sand King. And we've seen him time after time just put in the work. He does a fantastic job on that. And a Darkseer going to be grabbed up, what I would imagine would be Brax in his usual off-lane position, using him effectively. And, well, I guess when you're... Well, they don't even know yet what they're going to be putting this Darkseer against, but maybe they're just grabbing him instead for the Wombo combo factor. Already with him and Sand King is a very nice duo, but they might look to synergize with that even further with these next two picks.
And the thing is, also, Darkseer works really well here because you're going up against two heroes that have a lot of base damage. Well, eventually a lot of, I guess, not base damage, but bonus damage coming up from the Shadow Fiend. And I believe Wall of Replica takes into account the Shadow Fiend's Necromastery. I could be wrong, though, so I'm not 100% sure about that. But Treant Protector is somebody that hits very hard, and I think Wall of Replica could be good here, but they'll pick up the Storm Spirit for CNB right now. And now you're kind of thinking, okay, well, is this a mid-storm and a safe lane Shadow Fiend or vice versa? So now you've got to question the laning of CNB and how it's going to work out and how it's going to work together. But with the Storm Spirit, it works well because you can jump in and out. You really aren't going to get locked down. Even by a Vacuum and a Burst Strike, you could always just jump away if you're caught in any sort of bad position. And then the Doom again for North American Rejects, and why not pick it up against the Storm Spirit? It's so good. Silences are so crucial against that hero. He's going to get pretty much doomed every single fight. Shadow Fiend, yes, you could doom him, but he already right-clicks hard enough as it is, and there's no need to doom a Venomancer. Maybe a Treant Protector. It really depends on the situation, but I like this counter pick from NAR.
I mean, is it just a counter pick, or is it the fact that Brax as a captain is just very reluctant to true change and just is like, well, if it works and we don't see a big threat with it, we'll just take it. And they grab up the Doom and they're like, well, he works fantastically against Storm Spirit. He also works great against Tree and Venomancer. Actually works against everyone. There's so many options to Doom that he might actually have to think twice about what he wants to use his R-Click even on. So I would guess more often than not it will be to shut down the Storm Spirit, who's probably going to look to be a big factor in the mid game. And by that point, Doom should at least be level 6. And it's going to be more of a matter of if Snake King's going to go to his usual PvE farming style Doom, where he doesn't even start being aggressive until about a level 11, or if he wants to play a little more aggressive. And here we go. Tidehunter grabbed up. A lot of people were predicting that this was going to be the new king of the offlane, Mott. They were saying that this is the man. In this new patch, he's going to be the one to take over. So we'll see if CNB are going to be ahead of the game here.
Maybe, man. This is a ballsy pickup, and it's been a while since I've seen an offlane Tidehunter, if that's what it's going to be. It's been some time, and the name that comes to mind when you think of, and I'm just having a nostalgia flashback, the name that comes to mind when you think of Tidehunter in the offlane has to be Complexity's Hannah Montana, who, well, God rest his soul. He's not dead, but he's been away from the scene for some time. He comes in and out in the NEL, I guess, from time to time, but I don't know. We'll see if CNB decide to go for that. They could aggro try, but with the Storm, that might not be the best idea. It feels like the Storm is going to be playing that like tri-lane hero, the one who farms in that lane specifically. Shadow Fiend also could do that, but I expect to see him mid more likely than not. But I guess it depends on what NA rejects put mid. That'll be the most important thing to note. They do have the Doom for both the Storm and both the Tide as well, so it really comes down to who's initiating first and who can they catch out of position, I suppose. For their last pickup, they've got to probably find a mid laner here, somebody that really works for Korok, and we've seen him play a couple of heroes, and Queen of Pain, Puck's obviously banned out. You could even go for a Slark, which he's played time and time again, which might be okay up against these heroes. There's a bit of AoE coming out from Requiem as well as the Ravage, so maybe not the best choice. I don't know. You have any thoughts here?
Well, if Brax just does what he does, he'll just get a Queen of Pain, because that's the thing they went for last time when they couldn't get the Dragon Knight. They did, I believe, lose that game. It wasn't because of the Queen of Pain. I believe it was that base race game, so it was very, very close. But if it's something they want to just fall back on, they'll go for it. But not to, like, go back a couple of topics, but just because this Tidehunter is the only like quirky pick we've gotten to see all night so far, and in case people don't know why I was saying that he might be the next big thing, if you don't know his recent changes in this patch 6.81, his anchor smash damage reduction has been increased from 40 to 60%, and his anchor smash can now work on ancient creeps. So we'll see if we get to see any of that in this go around.
Yeah, I don't think it's really, like, he can't really solo Ancients, but he could certainly use that damage reduction to help out in the lane. Oh, they're going to go for an Ursa. This is beautiful.
Ooh,
if they can lock some heroes down, they can absolutely get a couple kills. The problem is they really only have one dedicated disable. I guess you could count Vacuum in that as well. So Burrow Strike, Vacuum, maybe a Centaur Conqueror Stomp if Doom picks it up. Earthshock is going to be really good early on here. There's no way they can kind of get away until they get those Blink Daggers or what have you. So... And Quark loves to play Ursa as well, one of his favorite heroes. But now you got to consider, where do they lane all of this? And it's more and more likely looking like Doom is going to be mid. I've seen Ursa's mid before, but I don't know if that's going to be the case in this scenario. So we'll wait and see.
If Korok loves playing the bear, he's going to love it more than ever now, because in the recent patch, man, this is a bear that can use orb effects now. We might even see a lifesteal. We might see a Desolator. A lot of people claim that the Desolator was going to be the new pub domination. So, we'll see if he wants to fall back on any of these new items, or if they're going to just stick to their old ways and just try to get the job done.
I'm going to give a shout out to KZZ and talk about this and kind of monologue about it a little bit. He was talking about the orb change to the Ursa not too long ago, and then a Dota forms, and he was mentioning how you don't really need damage on the Ursa. The only thing you can maybe need is, like, Orb of Venom is good for slowing people down and going for ganks early on. And then you could, like, maybe build that into a Scotty at some point. You already are probably going to get Vlad's anyways because it helps your team out a bit more. And if you really need lifesteal, you could always just go for a Morbid Mask early on and try to go for Roche. But they're on the Radiant side, so they don't have that luxury to maybe just, like, rush a Morbid Mask and, like, one other item and then, like, go for Roshan. So... unless they like smoke into it, but they should be expecting it as well. So really, the change is like, it's good in theory, but in practice, I don't see you ever building a Desolator. I don't ever see an Ursa really needing that much damage. I mean, because he already dominates with just like a phase, blink, and a BKB. Like, he has plenty of damage to rip apart people with Fury swipes and with Overpower to begin with. So... I don't know. I guess we'll see how Korok builds it. I feel like this is going to be the first major test for this hero, and I'm excited to see what's going to be, but I guess I'm being a bit pessimistic, so...
Are we also anticipating that he's going to take this bear to the mid lane or not? Is he going to try to contest potentially the Shadow Fiend or Storm Spirit with it? Or is he going to venture away from the lane he's been pridefully holding down for some time and actually take a venture off in maybe the safe lane?
The thing is, like, if you go mid as Korok here, like, is that really going to benefit you? Or are you going to win that lane? Because, like, yes, you have Earthshock, and if you get close enough, you can maybe get a kill, but, like, he'll die, like, to a couple of right clicks of the Shadow Fiend, and Kingered, obviously, on the Storm Spirit can bring him down using the Overload and the Remnant and what have you. And Remnant is very strong against melee heroes as well. So I'd say if he goes mid, he might need a lot of help, either through rotations or just somebody there laning with him. It's more than likely going to be bottom, but I don't know, because Snake King's now playing the Doom. Snake King has played mid in his time as well, so it really comes down to the build, I guess, the item choices. And they're not buying anything right now, at least Korok. He'll purchase up a Stout Shield and some GG branches. He'll sell the Stout real quick, immediately, and Snake King picks up the Stout and some tanks. This looks to be like Snake King's going to be farming and Korok's going to... Maybe they send somebody else mid. Maybe like Brax mid and then like do an aggro tri-lane and like a safe lane Korok on the Ursa. I don't know.
Well, with a team with very talented veteran players, I'm sure they can happily shift the roles around if they all commit to it. I don't think it's going to be that much a problem. I'm sure Brax is pretty loose as far as something like that and making the calls, and if they want to change things up, they'll certainly go for it. But they're just going to keep doing what they've always been doing, Mon, every game. Aggressive, right to the enemy jungle, and they might get a quick pickoff in what looks like a side lane Storm Spirit.
Look at what they're doing. I have not seen this in some time. Look at what 40R and Net are doing. Oh, my lord. Disgusting.
Oh, the ward deny to build you up extra damage. Yeah. Oh.
I was like wondering where he was getting, like, I had my last hit deny chart up. I'm like, where is he getting those denies from? And I'm like, oh no, he's doing it. Oh my god, he's already gonna have 5 stacks. He'll probably have, like, I guess his max, which at this point is gonna be 12 by the time the game starts. It depends on how hard Roche hits, obviously, but Net has to clarity up, and I think it's certainly worth it. This is really big for 40R.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's such a sneaky strategy. And they might know that they're doing that because you see Venomancer and Shadow Fiend together, and you're thinking, okay, maybe. But they're not doing anything to contest it, and now Korok is going to even have a rougher time because this means that 40R has 7 Necromastery stacks. He's got plus 17 damage already with his 46 base, so there is a lot of damage being dealt from the Shadow Fiend, and Korok's going to know this very soon.
Yeah, and he didn't even get a decent block. 2 have already flown through, so this is going to be very rough early start. There's a bit, but nope, Venomancer couldn't catch up to block it out, unfortunately, and will step back. But as you can see, the damage has been done well in favor for the Shadow Fiend at the start here, having the uphill advantage. This is going to be a bit of a rough beginning here for Korok.
Yeah, if this was, like, if he only had 0 stacks to start things off, you see how much damage Korok is taking? He's actually not that bad, considering he doesn't even have Stout either. But the thing is, like, if this was 0... then Korok would have a really good time, I guess, but it's not, so it's rough. And they'll have Kingered up here in the top lane against Brax right now, taking a lot of Iron Shell and right-click damage, and Brax is just going to keep going to town here and continue to do so, but yeah, I don't know. Korok is, like, he's usually the one that you try to get your best farm and kind of carry the game, and he's done so well on the Dragonite. We've talked about TA as well. But this Ursa is maybe going to be a rough time for him against 40R, unless he can get a kill here and set those Necromastery stacks down a little bit more. But
it's going to be hard, though. You got a tree on their team. He's going to be constantly throwing out the living armors. This is going to be a tough Shadow Fiend to kind of take down. And bottom lane, I really like how they're running this Tidehunter. They're doing just like Centaur. He's got the extra damage reduction. He pulls up an early set of boots, and he's able to try to control the lane. But
look at that damage reduction. It's like he was at minus 39 there. So, like, and when Fog went up to hit him, he did like 0 damage. So
yeah, he's a man.
Like, you really can't get in range of that Anchor Smash, otherwise you're just, like, not only can you not hit Tavo, but you can't hit creeps as well, and Snake King will need to do that, so it's interesting.
I'm curious if they're also going to try to stack up the Ancient Camp a little bit so he can fall back on that later on. That would be nice, because even if they do it as a team, the Anchor Smash is just going to help make that happen so quick. And like I said, man, I'm counting on the fact that this Tidehunter is going to become a top off-lane support, or top off-lane pickup here.
Yeah, I think he could be good. The damage reduction is so nice. The Anchor Smash, he's bringing Fog down to half health right now. What's important to note is that Korok is sitting in the mid lane. He's got 2 last hits compared to the 14 that the Shadow Fiend has. So this is really, really bad for Korok to start things off with. And, well, 40R, you got to give him credit. It might be considered cheese, but they make the play go for them. And even if this Venomancer has nothing, they've absolutely helped 40R maybe not outright win the lane just yet, but at least really just give him a huge advantage to start things off with. So
Ned has been very mobile with this Venomancer. He doesn't have a creep to his name, nothing going his way, just moving up and down, scouting out, babysitting, and now helping Korok here. Korok's gonna be careful, trying to man up, but gotta be cautious. Here comes the haste. They get a good haze, they might get some right clicks in. The ward as well, are they gonna commit? Are they going to commit? They get the race, one more right click, they'll take down Korok, and he's done. Quick pickoff in the favor. IX might get an item, I believe, as well. Unbelievable, but very nice coming out. CNB putting on a clinic in the mid lane early.
Yeah, and the living armor too. I'd almost forgotten that they had Treant on their team, but then when I saw that living armor come out, but down bottom, Tavo getting zoned out, Anchor Smash is going to go, and Fog's got to be careful. He's got Burrow Strike though, he's not going to use it. They cannot get that kill, sadly, even using Poison Touch, obviously, so already Tavo is feeling very comfortable. His last hits, 14 last hits in this off lane coming out for him right now. That's ridiculous. North American Rejects, they are maybe a bit behind here now because of, well, not only the Shadow Fiend early on, but like you mentioned, this new meta off-lane Tidehunter. There's Earthshot going in, Korok trying to zone at 40R, and he'll continue to do so. He'll get raised up potentially. No, looks like it'll miss, but still, those last hits though, man. 21
now we get to see, what are they going to build to? Are they going to keep Tidehunter's build the similar as what it was and just kind of take advantage of his new buffs? Are they going to go with an early blink? Are they going to take up further? So I'm really curious to see what road that Tavo's going to take this Tidehunter, because he's already making a very big impact, and I just hope he gets to continue that now. He does have to be cautious. 2 supports are nearby for NAR in case they want to make a move in, but they already know he's very big and very tough. Theben in the meantime on 1437 doing a nice little D-ward session here in the bottom rune area, looking to scout it out, but the rune will be top. And it will be quickly nabbed up by Korok. So they are maintaining rune control, even though he is having a hard time in the mid lane.
Yeah, and he's getting experience as well. That depth does hinder him a lot. Obviously, he's a little behind the Shadow Fiend now. And he's also, like, I don't know, he's struggling to get last hits here. But he's still somehow keeping some decent pace his way. The thing is, you talked about the Tidehunter and seeing what he's going to build. I'm not sure, actually, with the Blink Dagger change, because Sand Kings have about the same mana pool, and they usually go for Blinks first, but Tavo might just get Arcanes instead, which that's kind of the old meta, I guess, and I think honestly is fine. I'm okay with Arcanes, but Smoke's going to go right now. Korok, he's looking in the jungle. He finds a stack for himself. He'll Earthshock it, back off. The race is going to come through from the high ground, but it misses. And Ned's here. He's stacking up as well, and it looks like NAR, they've smoked up, but they've not found anything just yet. Top lane, Brack's not getting caught out. But
man, Korok caught out Ned, though. Ned, can you get away from this one?
Oh!
No! Holds out for the last smack on the ass and takes down Venomancer. Very nice. Korok finding the kills where he can't find the CS in his lane.
Yeah, they're going to roam mid now, too. 40R's got to be careful. I mean, they've got 3 heroes. They're going to dive this. Korok looking for it, but decides against it. He had Earthshot, couldn't just get in close enough here, so... But they still have Theben on the high ground right now. They have an Observer Ward, but I don't think they spotted him out just yet. Fogged, he's going to be sandstorming right now. He's going to take a couple of his CS right now. They're being kind of aggressive here, and I like this a lot. They're not willing to just sit back and let kind of CNB dictate the play, which is exactly what you expect them to do. Fogged now getting some CS. And the rest of the squad here to back him up in case a fight breaks out, which it very well might. So there's 3 or 4 heroes right around the same area, so I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Baga moves in, and it just reminds me, I mean, he didn't even get second level in Living Armor. He went 2 into Leech Seed, but hasn't been roaming too much, so hopefully you can turn that up a bit if you do want to go this route of leveling up Leech Seed first, because I haven't been seeing too many Living Armors come out. A Living Armor on that Venomancer might have potentially saved him from the TP, so I don't know if he had already used it previously or not. I wasn't quick to check that out, but it's definitely something that they're going to need more of if it hasn't already been there. And you called it right, man. Tavo did pick up the Arcane Boots on the Tidehunter.
It's actually, I don't know, it's not that surprising. I don't know. I'm surprised that he made the decision so quick, especially considering he was getting decent farm, but might as well purchase those up, help his teammates out, and go from there. And there's going to be a gang train going down bottom looking to try to take down Snaking, who he's got Doom, and he has Ensnare, but he's got like no health right now, and he's got a Ring of Regen up, he's got a bottle as well as Scorched Earth, and this might be a tough kill. They have Ravage available, by the way, but I don't know. We'll see. There might be some rotations coming through from NAR. They have the Dazzle the Grave if necessary. And it's going to take some Anchor Smash. It'll be behind the tower, I think. This might push out. Snaking, he's close to that tier 1. All the meanwhile, Fogged, he's going to roam and throw up this ward. It looks like this ward about to fall here for the Dire team in about 5 seconds. Still in the enemy team jungle. They're trying to find something. Korok picked up that Invis. He'll have phase next as well. All the while, you look at the farm for King RD. He's got 28 last hits, not doing too poorly. Snaking will move to the jungle, and away we go at 7 minutes in. Some action happening. Some cool, crazy strategies coming out for 40R, who, by the way, is going Midas, and other than that, solid play from both sides.
Yep, hopefully King RD can build up a little bit extra farm and some levels for himself, so then he can begin doing the power dives and try to get some pickoffs for himself. But mid lane, speaking of pickoff, 40R has to be careful. Now, they're trying to make a go on the tower. He's going to try to divert the attention his way, but he's got to be careful. Poison touch to fly out. Korok jumps right in. Where's the living armor? There it is. Will help him temporarily, but a nice TP coming in from Tidehunter cleans things up, and they take down both the Big Bad Bear as well as support. Now looking to go forward, it looks like Fog might be in trouble. The Mantis King getting smacked around by Roche. Will he get denied? Nope. Shadow Fiend jumps in, 40R cleans things up from the high ground, and now CNB turning it right back around in their favor. 4-1. Very nice from the Brazilian side.
That was really well played. And to get 3 there as well, and to take the aggro from Roche off of Fog there to get that kill, this is looking really bad for NAR to start things off. And now that's a Midas up for the Shadow Fiend as well. We've seen him dominate so many games with the Midas, and obviously a decent bit of farm as well. Brax is working on getting this tower, but he's going to get Ball Lightning, or at least King RD's looking for him. He's going to bottle back up Brax. He's got Surge available. No Electric Vortex going just yet. And well, that was close. He might have gotten caught out of position there, but he'll stay alive. Down bottom, staking. He avoided a gank, mind you, and he's been one of these heroes that they've left alone, but...
Uh-oh. Brax can't avoid a gank, though. He's getting caught out, jumped in by King RD. We were hoping he's going to get something done. Surge lasts briefly, but not enough for that last right hit, and King RD cleans him up, so nice little pick off in the off lane for him.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, 5 kills going for CNB. Baga being a part of a couple, obviously. The Storm jumping in to get that kill on Fogs in the mid lane, and or at least somebody in the mid lane. He does have that kill going for him. The thing is, though, and I talked about snaking down bottom, he's getting a lot of farm, but they're also giving up a lot of farm to Tabo here, who's getting closer and closer to a Blink Dagger. And this is a hero that really can't jungle as well. Yeah, you can Anchor Smash, especially if you maxed it, but I'm just not sure if that's... he can head there if he needs to, but he's just going to sit in lane and see us that way. And that means that he'll get a decent amount of farm and the Blink Dagger just as quick, potentially. Maybe 10 minutes, maybe 12 minutes, something like that. But for the side of NAR, Korok has abandoned this lane. He's actually going to head top and smoke up. He wants to be fighting early with his phase boots, and I don't blame him, so we'll see.
Yep. And also, it is worthy to note, Tidehunter did stack the Ancient Camp once. He might potentially look to take it down with the new benefit of that Anchor Smash and look to get closer to that Blink Dagger.
Yeah, that would really, really help, obviously. I still think he might need some help, but... Well, King RD going to get vacuumed back, but his team from Brax is not really there. And King RD, though, going to bait this a bit. Brax going to get leech seeded. Is he in trouble? He's got his surge. He's not going to use it yet. There it goes. Still trying to bait the TP rotation. Now Korok thinking about diving, decides against it. They search Korok instead. They've got Gush. They've got Ravage. They're not going to go for it. 1437's got a Shadow Wave real quick and then back his way out of there. Snaking's taking over mid right now. Looking to maybe Doom potentially on 40R. He's going to Scorched Earth first, and now Snaking has to back off. As there is another hero rotating through. That's the Venomancer with level 4 and a Venom to scale up to boot. But Korok passes by an Invis Rune, doesn't take it for whatever reason.
I like the... Ooh, Doom to fly out, however. They're making a go on the Shadow Fiend. 40 on the run. He's got plenty of life to work with, and Ned is there. Nice Gale slows all of them down, puts even the measly ward to thwart them back, and this Doom will go all for nothing right now, as Shadow Fiend will just simply wait it out and return back to his prideful home in the mid lane.
Yeah, that did, like, no damage to Ned either. Excuse me, 40R. Like, level 9, he's actually kind of tanky to a certain extent. It's just that level 1 Doom doesn't do much. Level 2 Doom starts to really take down and take a toll, but for the most part right now. And it's actually interesting, Doom went for the...
Top lane. They jumped on Brax again. Oh, can they get it? One more right click.
The Iron Shell and the Surge. Yeah, Darkster's going to live somehow. He was very close, and he actually... He popped his buckler for that, probably saved his own life against the right clicks coming out from a lot of those heroes. So really well played. He'll have to back off, though. And now he's starting to kind of just plateau at level 8 here. He's not getting level 9, 10, 11, which he desperately needs on that Darkseer. The lead for last hits going for 40R, not really surprising. TP down bottom. Fog was trying to farm. There's the Gush through, but no way to chase unless he wants to waste a Ravage, and it looks like he doesn't. So... I don't know, man.
Here comes rotation from the Brax here, yeah, in the mid lane. Looking to see if they might look to commit. They're laying down a foundation of wards here to see if they can aggressively push it forward. Korok's going to try to clean them all up in the meantime, but just a bit of a stalemate here. Now Brax nearby. We talked about him needing the levels, which he desperately does. He needs to get that vacuum leveled up. He needs to finally put some into a wall, so finally he can get a bit of a wombo combo started with the benefit of Fog in the epicenter, and they can really make something happen, but they do have to be patient to get to that point.
Yeah, and they're just not finding kills either, and that's the problem. If they're not finding kills, they're not finding experience to farm, and that's a bit of an issue. Luckily, Korok will pick up the Invis rune. CNB, I don't think they had a ward there, so Baga might get caught out, or Kingard. Looks like Korok is not going to make his decision yet, but Snaking got to run right in front of a creep wave, and Kingard, he could just ball lightning away unless Snaking can get that Doom off, but he's diving very, very far right now. There's going to be the Earth Shot. Korok, an unsuspecting Treant Protector, getting caught out of position as Korok just jumps right on top of him, and he'll grab that kill.
Dire's top tower is under
It looks like a nearby King RD waiting to the north of this tower, but I don't think help is on the way. Unless if Tidehunter makes a jump. Now, he does have a TP on hand, but it looks like they're busy trying to trade towers instead. He does have the Ravage, but top will be taken down first here from NER. Will be your first tower of the game, but they're quickly making the rotation to the bottom behind the trees where you can't see him. Fortification pop, they might have to pull back 80 or 40 rather. Might have to be careful. Steps back, but Snaking with no mana for the Doom can't pull it out, but a very close and nearby Tavo is very eager with this Ravage. Doesn't need Blink. This is a huge radius he has to work with.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's so close, he might as well just wait, I think, for that Blink Dagger. It's getting very close to being there. There is Overgrowth as well to catch them out of position, which will be huge after the Ravage or beforehand if he can get a Blink Dagger of his own. So now it comes down to initiation for CNB. And now NAR, they've got a time clock. They've got to make sure they get BKBs up in the next couple of minutes here. Otherwise, they're going to get brought down by a lot of different abilities. So BKB for Korok, expect that to be done soon, maybe after Blink Dagger. He could go for it first, but if he wants more mobility, Blink is the way to go. Drum's coming out right now already for Snaking, and that's an item that he had pretty early on last game. He went for Vlad's instead of the mech this time around, but 2 Blink Daggers done pretty much at the same time. One for Fogged and one for the Treant, or excuse me, for Tavo, the Tidehunter, who, well, guess where he's sitting? Look at this. But they're going to go Burst Strike in now on Baga. He'll use the Overgrowth, but that's not going to save his life, unfortunately. But on the backside, Tavo, Blink, Ravage is going to go. It's going to hit 4. The Ball Lightning Fogged. He's done. The Vacuum's up. The Doom on Kingard. Do they have enough damage? It looks like no. The Requiem. Snaking is done as well. A 2-for-1 trade. They even getting chased down. Oh, nice snipe with the raise from 40R. Picks up another kill. They're still chasing after Brax right now. About to fall. He's got Surge, but the ward might bring him down altogether. He's solo and will fall to the Siege Creep, getting the last hit. 4 down for NAR. A terrible fight to be taken. Now they turn their sights toward Korok in that mid lane.
That might be just a foreshadowing of what's to come. At least I was talking a lot about the Wombo combo to come. Hold that thought though. More Korok up the hill. Courier quickly delivers, but the Gale will fly out. Nice. And with the help of TP, turns back, rips apart the Tidehunter. He's trying to man up right now. But whoa, the epicenter from Fog shows up and cleans house. Double kill for him as they rip apart another and even things up after what looked like a very terrible fight just before.
That's a bit too aggressive coming out from CNB. They had those kills. They didn't need to go for Korok in that mid lane as everyone was respawning. So maybe a bit of a questionable decision, especially with the Shadow Fiend going down. They really couldn't afford to lose him. He needs to keep farming. He needs to keep his souls up, and he can obviously use that Midas, which is going to be off cooldown in 3 seconds. And so he'll waste a bit of time there, but they're going to fight mid. Mech is up. There's the Overgrowth. There's the Ball Lightning out as well. Baga, nice burrow onto 2 from Fog. Can they get this? The Vacuum. Kingard, so close to dying. Another one. That's all of his mana. No, he's still got a bit more. They cannot get a kill just because of the Ball Lightning coming through, but Fogged almost getting a double there. TP's rotating in now. They want to fight this Gush coming through. Blink forward. Brax got to surge away. He will. And that, of course, debuff gonna go away. But now Korok wants to fight. He's got his Blink. Earthshock and net is done. Dunzo McDunzo, you could even say it. On the backside, Snaking, looking to Doom. He's going to pop it on Tavo. Maybe not the right target. Will they dive this? Burrow strike in with the Blink Dagger. Baga in trouble. 40R is going to fall as well. They're turning it around. King RD back in the engagement. Korok getting pulled in. Now jumping away. Shadow Wave is up. Thieban, he's got no mana. He does have the Grave off cooldown. Not that it matters. Korok still looking to go. Blink in from the side of Fog. Cannot get it done. Burrow strike available. He's going to try to fight this. Maybe not the best idea coming through. They'll take down another kill. The Shadow Fiend TP'd in and died immediately. All of a sudden, NAR turned it around.
Yeah, this was very careless coming up from CNB. They need to be a lot more patient with their play. They have a huge team fight. It's something we haven't got to talk about too much, but you're talking a lot of AoE. The Requiem, the Venomancer ult, the Ravage, the Tree Overgrowth. It's enormous to work with, but they can't quite get it all together and on time when everyone's ready to go. Now they're making a jump in, just before, but they're looking for vision here. Yep. There's the Ravage now, but they're making a jump on him before he even has the opportunity. Poison touch to fly. Tree, big vacuum on 3 will pull him right back. Bract will mechanism up, but it delays enough time for Roshan to fall, and the Aegis to go in the hands of Korok. There goes the overgrowth, because they hold him in place now. Korok withering down with Snake King. Nice wall, however. Oh no, the bear letting loose and ripping apart 2, and now Korok moves onto a killing spree, happy to fall as he does have the Aegis. Ned desperately throws out the Poison Nova, but it might be to nothing as he gets Burrow Strikes, and what looked like a potential hope for CNB is quickly falling away from them as NAR just getting everything they want at this time.
That was such a good burrow again from Fogged, who's been on point. On top of that, they had a huge vacuum in from Brax as well. They are turning this around. Chi. Okay, Snake King, yeah. No, it's G. It's G, not GG. But such a good fight. And now, guess who's leading the way in terms of net worth? It's Snake King with his phase boots, his flats, his drum, his bottle, and 2,000 gold in the bank. And Korok is so damn scary. Earthshock, such a... I think Earthshock's maybe one of the most underrated abilities in the game in terms of damage and how much it can output. Guys, if you're playing an Ursa early on, I don't care where you are, jungle, laning, what have you, get Earthshock first if you're going to be ganking a lot. And even just go to town, get phase boots, go start Earthshocking people, and all of a sudden you'll get kills left and right. That ability is so damn good. And he's going to use it again, 40R, but maybe Korok's being too bold. He does have the, obviously, haste rune, so he'll be fine, but still, I love that ability, man.
Definitely have to give props to him. Cannot give it enough, man. What looked like a very rough early game with the advantage that Shadow Fiend had with the CS, he just comes back and shows why he's a big man and rips apart the enemy team, knows the right time on when to jump in and make a play, and ooh, might be caught out here. The Gush will stop him, but it doesn't matter. He picks up a quick illusion, and you're seeing a veteran at work right now with this Ursa.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's played this hero so much, too. And, like, this is a good hero now. I mean, the thing is, we talked about unique attack modifiers for orbs, and he doesn't have a single one right now. The Vlad's came for Snake King, so he doesn't need it. And he's not picking up a Morbid Mask or anything. He doesn't really have to go with Roche. Meanwhile, Sand King getting a solo kill on King RD, popping the Epi. Fog getting it. I wish I'd caught that on camera, but now his Veil about to be done as well. They'll try to go for a tier 1 tower down bottom. They can't pick it up quite yet anyways. Brax getting Gust, or I guess Venomous Geld. I'm not sure which one it was. Maybe the Leech Seed. And maybe look for a dive here on 40R. He's going to pop the Requiem and do some damage. Is it enough? Clearly not. Now the Earthshock going through the living armor. No, the Nature's Guys. The Doom is up. That'll be enough to grab the kill. Baga maybe looking to deny, but couldn't get it done. He'll back away under the comfort of his tier 2 tower. All the meanwhile, Fortification, vacuum on Ned. The Poison Touch, Ned getting caught. There's the Venomous Gale landing on Theban, but that's it. He's going to stick up, but that's really all that can really happen. The mech's going to go through, save Fortune 37's life, and the tower will fall. Blink, Ravage coming in from Tavo. He wants this kill. He'll get it. Brax will surge away. Ball Lightning, Vortex in. Brax not getting out of there. Snaking, jumping in now. No Doom available, but he's trying to man fight here alone. Tavo going to anchor smash. A lot of armor, damage reduction going the way of Snaking, but that should be the end of the engagement, maybe. He wants to man up here. Oh, he's manning up hard. He's trying to bait this, though. Look at King RD. Vortex into the pull. There's a TP, but the level death gets the kill for Snaking, and he blinks away. Now Baga getting Poison Touches. Theban has come back. The Shadow Wave, the Leech Seed slowing down Snaking. Blink Dagger up in a couple of seconds. More TP rotations. He'll pop the Drum Charge. A long-winded engagement about to end here. Theban gonna get caught out, it looks like, and looks like he will die. He might try to grab himself. The Veil's gonna go from the high ground. Blink in, Burrow Strike, nicely done. Fog getting the kill there. There's the Poison Nova. It whiffed and it get a single person. Snaking on the retreat. Fogged, Epicenter in 13, but Snaking still no way to really... Oh, he's going to stay alive with Scorched Earth. He's looking to go back in again. Blink, Burrow, Ned. No, one by one they feed themselves away.
Poor CNB, man. They have the formula to make big plays and make it happen, but they're just getting outclassed at this point. They just don't know when the right time to take a fight is, and NAR know exactly the right time to get shit done, and they're clearly showing it. What looked like a rough start, they're taking the game back. They're holding it by the reins and just riding it home into Victoryville, I guess you could say. Is they're going to go for a tier 2 now in the bottom lane. Tavo's nearby, blinks back, but he still has no Ravage for 58 seconds. We got... Let me see. An Overgrowth is available. The Requiem is available. If they wait out for this Ravage and maybe try to make something happen, that would probably be their best bet.
Yeah, they saw Baga there. They knew the Nature's Guys was up. And yeah, Ravage is going to be, I think, your key ability for CNB right now. And it's going to be up soon, like you said. About 36 seconds now, but I don't know. There's now a 10,000 gold lead for NAR, which seemingly came out of nowhere.
No. Fog Charge up Epi, hiding in the woods, finds the right time, jumps in, and they'll quickly take apart 2 like it was nothing. Nothing.
He was very patient. He was sitting there for a long time. So that'll not only take down 2 heroes, but the tier 2 tower as well. Baga's sitting here on the backside, but like he's a treant, and they've got a Venomancer, and those are 2 heroes. Oh, how did they know? Oh, they saw him. They scouted him out. They got him out of position, and the treant will fall. Big Lincoln from Korok jumping on top of him with the Earth Shock, and then the overpower to get things done even more so.
This is a serious hot streak coming out for NAR, or a serious tilt for CNB, because it's just all over the place. It's a hot mess right here. They're looking to crack down the front door, though. Taking in lots of extra damage coming out as they rip apart this tier 3. There's the weave. Korok feeling hungry, but the wards are stopping him from getting the blink off, unfortunately. Pesky little Venomancer trying to help out in that sense, but there it goes, man. Tier 3 down, racks exposed. Just over 20 minutes. This might be a very quick series.
Yeah, it looks like it will be, but at the same time, they've got to be aware. They knew exactly what was coming. Tavo had TP back. He had that Ravage, like we talked about, in a Blink Dagger that they really don't want to fight into. So, whereas a team that might have been a little hasty to finish things off, they would have gone for the kill right there. They could have gone for the Jugular, if you will, in the Rax. Oh, Ball Lightning down bottom as Brax gets caught out. He gets Orchided as well. They ravaged Brax. They just ravaged a single hero.
They're so hungry to kill. I mean, they must have not gotten something in such a long time that they're feeling pretty desperate at this point to do something like that. They're like, we need to get someone down, and they just blow all they can.
I think with the Orchid, they didn't need that. Ned now gets caught out.
Yeah.
He's done.
Nowhere is safe. Nowhere is safe.
I don't know if that was the right play for the Tidehunter to use that. I think he was dead anyways because of the Orchid, but I've been wrong before, and he's rather tanky on a Darkseer, but... And they will get a tier 1 tower out of it, luckily, but I'm still not sure if that's the right play. We're not sure how long this Roche timer is going to be going for here, and still have got 2 minutes, well, a minute and a half before we see actually how long he's left in the duration until it respawns. But, I mean, yeah, Brax will go down, but expending a Ravage might not be worth it. They can maybe fight safely here on the high ground, but they'll wait. They don't have their Snake King who's top right now. He actually purchased up a Necro 2, and he's going to go Necro 3 in just a moment, but... Kingard, he has that Orchid now, and that's at least an item that they can really just hang their hat on. And the BKB as well for the Shadow Fiend is something that can really help out. They just need 1 or 2 good team fights going their way, and all of a sudden they're back in this one. So NAR, they've played patiently. We're not done yet, but this last outer tower is.
Now, CNB, if they have their cooldowns all complete, they have a tremendously good uphill game. It's just a matter of if they have the patience to wait for the right optimal time to make something happen. Now, they are patient enough to easily hand over the tier 2 tower. Now, they got nothing on the outside. No towers left standing. Ward fortification already thrown out here trying to prevent this push, but... It's just going to be a long-waited moment here. They're suffocated in the base, just waiting for NAR to pull the trigger, try to make a push, and hopefully by then they can pull out all of their AoE and just hope they come out on top.
And that's what it is right now. It's hope. It's hope that they get the abilities off and that they do enough damage. And NAR are going to make sure that, well, they either counter-initiate or they have just better fights or, well, they just don't take as nearly as much damage as CNB thought. So we'll see. And Roshan is going to be, I think, the next point for, I think that's a full duration Rosh, or at least as close as it's going to be. Coming out right now. So I was going to say that might be their next objective, but Roshan not going to be available this time around. CNB, they'll get some H stacks going their way, and like you mentioned, Tavo, this is from the beginning of the game, I believe. I don't think they've gotten over here since the start. And he'll use his Anchor Smash and his right clicks to take this down, but 40R is going to be on the receiving end of most of this gold. But while that's happening, they're going to run right into the tier 3s. The Rax is snaking. He popped up the Necro unit as well. He's looking for a ranged Rax. Fortification's going to fly.
This is it.
This might be the big fight they were looking for, but there's only one hero here. Snaking, getting caught out. No BKB on him. He's got Doom, taking down a lot of damage, but Quark going to work. He gets the kill on that Storm. 40R getting caught out. Look at the right-click damage from Quark. The wall is up. The Doom goes as well. They don't want to deal with Ravage. Vacuum mid, 40R and Ned. They've got to back away. The Living Armor. They take down the Range Rex. Here we go. There's the epicenter from Fog. There's the Veil as well. 40R will fall first. Baga might be next. Fog, he doesn't even care if he dies. He'll get Shallow Grave, though. He is staying alive. We live in right now for Fog. He's backing off, skittering away. They'll take down a set of racks on top of that. Ravage clips 2, 3 even. Now Thieving getting low. Fog will try to TP away. They'll take down 2 Orchids now up on Fog. They'll get 3. All the meanwhile, Brax, he wants this Ranger melee Rax rather. He's going to vacuum up. There's going to be the Living Armor. Now they'll try to get back to full health. It'll regen on its own, but a good defense. They only got 1 building down. Oh, man.
They could have got a lot more if they like committed for it, but instead they went for the fight and had something going. And man, that Doom on Tidehunter just really put a wrench in the whole thing. CNB would have got a lot more done if they had that Ravage a lot earlier, but that's not the case. And Korok instead making the wrong button. A lot of pings going out. Looks like Snake King's not too happy with something as he ferociously pings out Korok.
He drew a question mark also on the minimap, and then Brax drew an XD. Kind of like one of these XDs. So.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Korok deny it, maybe? That's bold if Korok goes for this. Oh, they know he's there. All right. That's a good try, Korok, but no such luck there. And they actually did have to expend 3 buybacks. I'm not sure if you talked about that already, but that's 3 heroes with no buyback now ready. So the next fight gonna really, I think, be a make or break moment here for CNB. Roshi's going to be up soon, and I think that either team, or both teams rather, need to kind of get in position to try to take it here, because I don't think you can afford to let NAR have it Aegis. So,
well, CNB do see the Roshi's up now. The ward quickly scouted it out, but they got to be careful here. They won't have Ravage. Still another minute before they will even have it available here, and already NAR are on the hunt.
I'm wrong. You talked about Desolator on Ursa, and I said no, I don't think you need the damage, but I guess I'm wrong. Or Korok
this is ridiculous now.
He's gonna like 3-shot people, maybe 2-shot.
This is with Weave too, Mott. This is with Weave. Yeah. Does anyone have a medallion for God's sakes? Like, this is gonna get ugly.
Yeah, I think this is not good for CNB.
But this is it.
Well, Ned. Oh, the last tick of that Burrow Striker. I guess going long range downtown, if you will. Ned getting caught out the right click. He will mech up and Venomous scale him. The level death not enough, but the arrows, 1 or 2 from these creeps will do the job. And there's actually the poison touch to slow him down. And King RD is going to try to push the creep wave back here, but I don't think he cares. I don't think anybody from NAR really cares at this point. And Korok, look at how quickly he takes that building down. It gets demolished, and he's going to take this tier 3 as well. They don't really need the creeps here. They have them in the base already. Now Burrow Strike coming in from Fogged. I'm not sure where that was, but it looks like he was out of position. Snaking Blink. He's got a Doom as well, but that's a bit earlier than expected. Kingard, Electric Vortex, Snaking. Veil is now up, and that came from Fogged. We'll wait to see if he burrows and Eppies, and they're actually spreading apart very, very well. Korok, he's going to take the racks down. Blink forward, Brax. There's the vacuum only onto 1. BKB already popped the wall, going through as well. The Requiem, but look at Korok go to town through that BKB. He doesn't care about magic. He's a right clicker. He's a freaking Ursa, for God's sakes. He'll get the kill. Ball lightning in for Kingard, looking for another, but that's 2 sets of racks down, and I think that's got to be it for CNB, especially now with their Shadow Fiend down for 60 some odd seconds.
They can't just get all their stuff together. Man, freaking Snaking jumps in with the cock block of a Doom and just throws it once again on Tidehunter. He's got to be so frustrated. He can't get the Ravages off at the appropriate time. And it's really affecting him. Look at the base. The base has got nothing left. They got nothing to their name except one more set of racks, and then it's pretty much all over. Yeah. So NAR in control. They're not letting go. Korok's a man. And for God's sakes, Fog, your Sand King is unreal.
He was like, we were talking yesterday. And, well, I guess, yeah, it was yesterday. And he was like, I was commending him on his Sand King play from the Summit pre-qualifiers. He's like, yeah, I didn't do it. It was bad. I was awful. It wasn't very good. And, like, he missed a couple, like, burrows here and there, barely, but he's been on point. But he might run into trouble. He'll blink away immediately. The reaction time there. Age is going to go for Ursa. But now the Ravage is up. The ball lightning in. This might be the fight they're looking for. But King RD getting brought down. The Overgrowth going to go. They already used the vacuum. Baga getting hit up. Another double burrow coming in from Fog. Tavo's getting chased down. They'll call GG. They are going to tap out. And a 2-0 series going for NAR. Both series actually 2-0. Ned gonna go down just for good measure. IX Mike getting another item coming through. But Christ, NAR, man. Holy crap, they're on point right now.
They just don't care. They were very impatient at the start, having to wait things out. They came out with a lot of aggression, and it shows in their gameplay, man. Just making CNB look worthless. They are looking very, very good, getting ready to go into what looks like the TI qualifier time. And I'm definitely going to be rooting for them as my favorites here to try to get things done. And I'm very curious to see how they're going to compete against the big dogs, the EGs, the Liquids, the E-Hugs, what have you, and see how they compare, because they're looking fantastic in these games.
Yeah, they honestly think that they're really comparable to them, or at least they're trying to get there. They want to practice and make sure that they can get up and compete with those big dogs like you mentioned. And we'll have to see. I mean, considering how well EG's played in the past couple of weeks, years, well, not years, months, I'd say. Liquid's been playing okay. And the rest of the TI qualifying people, the invites, they're all real strong. But as it stands right now, NAR are looking very good. They've dropped a game here and there in the ADL. I believe they've lost 2, but they're still, or actually maybe 3. I think they've lost 3. But with tonight's victories going their way and them going 4-0, that is a huge boon to their confidence and obviously their playoff chances as well. So we are going to step out again, and that'll be it for tonight, guys. Remember, we have some more games coming tomorrow. And we'll get those up for you in just a second, and they'll be on the AFK screen for you guys to take a look at. But, Cottle, anything to say before we head out of here?
Nope, it was another great night at ADL. Quick thanks to everyone who came out and hung out and, toyed with my Dota trivia bot and, enjoyed that. And also, congratulations once again to you, Mott, being a part of the NA scene and going and joining the BTS house and representing us over here at highground.tv. Go make sure you check it out. A lot of awesome Dota content, a lot of people behind the website bringing forward a lot of great interviews, great articles, and of course, just, a lot of good casting fun.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Make sure you check out the website. Check us out at twitter.com/highgroundtv as well. For me, you can find me at twitter.com/montdota2. You can find Coddle Guy at twitter.com/Coddle Guy. The American Dota League is americandotaleague.com, sponsored by SteelSeries. Shout outs to them. And also make sure you guys check out twitter.com/AmericanDota. There's a couple giveaways happening this past weekend that will probably be some more as we continue here through the latter weeks of the ADL. We're already into week 4, week 5 coming soon, obviously, and after that, well, we're getting close to the playoffs. But for tomorrow's games, we've got Sneaky Nick's Assassin versus Osiris Gaming. That should be a decent matchup. Some top North American talent there. And then to round it all out, another South American matchup between CNB and Union. That'll start promptly at 7 Eastern and go till about, right now, I'd say 11 or 12 EST or EDT or what have you. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm super excited to bring you guys the qualifiers at BTS. I'll be there with a lot of other great casters and people. And for me, well, it's been fun for tonight, guys. We'll get out of here. Have a good evening, everybody.